Angel says, you are in serious danger because of your NEGHBUR. Hear this right now. Archangel Michael says you are walking past a window you cannot see, yet it is watching you. The curtain looks still, but underneath it a draft of envy moves like a cold hand across your back. This message rises now like a horn at midnight, so you do not mistake the whisper for the wind. Tonight the air feels heavier than usual in your room, the kind of weight that makes a clock sound louder. Your neighbor's footsteps echo in your spirit because intention leaves a print before the body arrives. You sensed it days ago, and your body did not lie to you. Your spirit has been tugged by small omens that seemed random. The phone lit up at odd hours with a name you chose not to answer. The hallway light near your door flickered once when you spoke your truth out loud, and that was not a coincidence. The danger here is not just the person next door. The danger is the quiet net they have been weaving with delicate threads of curiosity, gossip, and access. A net is gentle until it tightens. There is a routine to this shadow. It comes as neighborly concern, then slides into your schedule like water into cracked stone. It pretends to help, but every offer opens one more window into your life. You stayed polite because kindness is your first language. You gave grace because that is who you are. But grace without guardrails becomes a road others use to reach your inner house. Archangel Michael says every home has two doors. One is made of wood and keys and locks. The other is made of attention, and whoever holds your attention holds a handle to the second door. Your neighbor learned your hours. They tracked the rhythm of your mornings and the lull of your afternoons. They memorized your tired smile and the days you leave your bag by the couch. This is how the quiet wars begin. Not with a bang, but with a pattern. Not with a shout, but with a map of you. The first shield is awareness that does not accuse but observes. Observation is not fear, it is light. And light removes the hiding places where manipulation grows. Your neighbor does not need to know your plans before you do. Your neighbor does not deserve your calendar or your confidences. Your neighbor does not get to borrow the spare keys to your soul. You are not called to fight with noise. You are called to become a wall of clear, calm decisions. A wall does not hate the rain, it simply does not let the rain inside. Rearrange what you reveal. Certain details now belong to silence. Let your updates travel slower than your steps. The unseen helpers of heaven have been arranging proof in small ways so you can act without panic. A certain message you almost sent did not deliver, and that delay protected you. A certain visit was postponed, and that postponement pointed to a safer doorway. You will begin to notice how often this neighbor appears at thresholds. Thresholds of time, thresholds of location, thresholds of conversation. They show up where access can be expanded. Close the easy expansions. Turn busy chatter into simple courtesies. Let your politeness be short, warm, and complete without any extra thread to pull. Archangel Michael says protect the lines. Protect the line between help and involvement. Protect the line between community and intrusion. Your windows are the stories you share. Your doors are the choices you enact. Your locks are the boundaries you repeat. A boundary only works when it is used consistently, not occasionally. Consistency teaches even the boldest trespasser that there is no new angle to exploit. Consistency turns your life from a soft clay into fired stone. You are not alone while you do this. Angels gather around people who choose clarity. Clarity is a kind of prayer that stands with its eyes open. The neighbor's strategy relies on your distraction. It relies on you being generous without aim. It relies on the belief that good people never say no. Say no kindly and say no often. Say no with your calendar, your doorstep, your replies, and your routines. Say no before you are exhausted, not after. In this season, reduce your patterns to what is necessary and nourishing. Reroute your comings and goings for a little while. Surprise the map that was drawn about you. Silence is not weakness, it is a shape of strength. Distance is not coldness, it is precise love for your peace. Privacy is not secrecy, it is wisdom in a world of wide open doors. If something inside your home needs securing, secure it today. Label what matters and put it where only your future self can find it. Make your passwords as stubborn as mountains. Your spirit already knows which conversations to end. End them softly and utterly. Let the echo die without explanation. There is also the danger of your own compassion becoming a leash around your wrist. Untie that leash now. The same heart that forgives can also fortify. Archangel Michael says the protective work is both natural and supernatural. Do what is natural: locks, lists, limits, logs. And invite the supernatural: courage, clarity, discernment, peace. Keep a simple ledger of your days for a time. Write what is said to you and by whom. Patterns write themselves into that kind of book, and then the truth is easy to see. Refuse invitations delivered with urgency that you did not request. Urgency without love is pressure, not care. Emergencies that demand your presence without notice are often traps woven from someone else's chaos. There will be moments where your neighbor attempts to frame you as unfriendly. Do not answer that bait. Your life is not a courtroom to be swayed by applause or accusation. Your safest response is a clean routine. A clean routine is not dramatic, and manipulation finds no stage there. Keep your theater closed to the actors of confusion. You will feel the night change when you do this. It will become quieter, not outside, but within you. The silence will no longer be heavy, it will be restful. If you sense spice added to your name, walk away from that pot. Gossip cooks reputations on low heat until they fall apart. Refuse to be a meal for anyone's hunger for drama. You will be tempted to explain yourself. Explanations feed arguments like wood feeds fire. Offer only what is necessary for safety, not for approval. There may be a copy of your keys you forgot existed, metaphorically or literal. Gather what must be gathered. Replace what must be replaced. Your neighbor might try to harvest your kindness with favors you did not promise. Keep your word only to agreements you truly made. All other expectations are imaginary contracts you did not sign. Be watchful of strangers that arrive wearing your neighbor's stories. Secondary messengers carry secondary motives. Greet them politely and send them away. Archangel Michael says you do not need to match the speed of danger to be safe. You need to match the clarity of truth. Truth does not run, it stands. Stand by your thresholds and watch your life become yours again. Watch the timing of your days return to you. Watch anxiety shed like an old skin. Inside your kitchen, make tea without speaking to the ghosts of their opinions. In your bedroom, sleep with intention, not fear. On your doorstep, breathe and bless your space with calm authority. Calm authority is how mountains speak to weather. The mountain never chases the cloud. It simply remains, and the storm moves on. No more disclosing your next step to the hallway. No more announcing your travel plans to the stairwell. No more sharing your schedule with the ears of the building. Your phone is a gate. Your inbox is a gate. Your face is a gate. You decide who crosses, and when. You decide how much they carry when they do. You decide whether they may return. If you must interact, set a timer in your mind and keep the exchange short. Keep the tone courteous and the content basic. Offer no hooks, leave no loops. The spirit of intimidation tries to make you small in your own home. Refuse that shrinking. Expand quietly in your posture until your presence fits the full size of your room. Your windows will feel clearer because your decisions are clean. Your door will feel lighter because your boundaries are firm. Your floor will feel safer because your steps are loyal to yourself. Archangel Michael says the heavens partner with people who partner with wisdom. Wisdom does not seek war. Wisdom arranges peace like furniture in the house of your life. Rearrange what has been taken for granted. Move the chair of your attention away from the common wall. Place the table of your conversations beneath a skylight only you can open. You have the right to your peace. You have the right to your pace. You have the right to your privacy. Check the simple things. The fob that opens the gate. The list of guests who can enter when you are away. Create small rituals that seal your environment. A morning walk where you count your breaths up the street. An evening habit of placing your devices face down and letting silence cool the battery of your mind. When fear tries to narrate, offer it a bench outside and let it talk to the trees. Inside your home, let only calm speak. Your rooms respond to the voice that owns them. There will come a day very soon when the neighbor notices they cannot read you anymore. They will try to knock with their old rhythm. You will answer with a new song of few words and closed doors. If manipulation escalates into disturbance, you will know what to do because you have prepared. You have numbers saved and routes chosen. You have allies informed and calm rehearsed. Do not give rage a stage. Rage demands a crowd, and you will not be a crowd of one. You will be a gate with a single keeper, and that keeper will be you. Archangel Michael says you are not being harsh. You are being holy about your peace. Holiness is simply wholeness, and wholeness requires borders. The hand that builds a boundary is the same hand that holds a friend. The difference is timing and direction. You get to choose both. Your nights will start to taste different. Less metal on the tongue of your spirit. More sweetness, like the after rain on a clean street. You will reclaim hours you did not know you lost. You will wake without the heavy dream. You will move through the morning with a spine like a lighthouse. Remember the difference between secrecy and sacredness. Secrecy hides, sacredness guards. What is sacred cannot be left in the open because it deserves respect. Treat your name as a priceless object. Do not loan it to conversations you do not trust. Do not let others spend it on their errands. If you must store something fragile, store it in your future, not in someone else. Future you is a reliable guardian because they care about you already. The neighbor is not a vault for your treasures. Archangel Michael says heaven is upgrading the locks of your life. Some old keys will not fit anymore, not even for people you love. This is not betrayal. This is growth, ensuring access aligns with responsibility. You will discover which relationships are true by how well they respect your borders. The true ones will knock and wait. The false ones will rattle and demand. Let the rattling reveal the truth. Gratitude for revelation is stronger than fear of fallout. Once the truth stands naked, the room becomes safe again. There is also a blessing hidden in this danger. It has taught you the worth of quiet, the power of order, and the relief of saying no. It has forced you to meet your courage in the mirror. Meet that courage each morning like an old friend returning from a long trip. It will hand you the passport to peace. It will stamp your day with sovereignty. Archangel Michael says you are now trained in the small arts of protection. You can feel the draft before the storm. You can hear the hinge before the door swings. Practice this discernment without paranoia. Practice this calm without coldness. Practice this strength without cruelty. Your neighbor can remain a neighbor and nothing more. You do not need to convert them into a villain or a friend. You can let them be a weather pattern that passes your mountain. Keep a journal of victories, no matter how small. The day you refused a conversation that felt wrong. The day you changed a route and found a new view. Move your body in ways that remind you of your size. Stretch wide in your living room. Breathe deep in your doorway. Your home will begin to feel like an ally again. The walls will feel like arms around you. The floor will feel like a promise. Archangel Michael says your peace is not a luxury, it is a duty. When you keep it, you keep your light. And when you keep your light, your path stays visible. You are stepping into a chapter where safety is the backdrop and growth is the plot. New work will bloom because your mind is unburdened. New love will approach because your spirit is steady. The neighbor will fade into the soft edge of your attention where all minor characters belong. The star will be your clarity. The script will be your choices. Speak blessings over your space softly before you sleep. Speak gratitude over your day softly when you wake. Speak firmness over your boundaries softly whenever they are tested. Archangel Michael says lift your head and walk like a keeper of a bright house. The danger has been named, and now it is small. Your decisions are larger, your future is broader, your home is yours. The next time footsteps pause outside your door, let your heartbeat remain slow. The next time your name is tugged into a conversation you did not invite, let your gaze remain gentle and unmoved. The next time access is requested without cause, let your answer be the simplest word in the world, no. You are blessed in your going out and your coming in. You are safe in your rising and in your rest. You are guarded by wisdom and escorted by peace. The house within you is lit. The thresholds are strong. The night is harmless because your morning belongs to you. Archangel Michael says a life becomes unbreakable when small choices align like stones in a well-built wall. Today, add another stone. Decide what you will not discuss at the doorway. Tomorrow, add another. Decide which knocks you will not answer after dusk. Your neighbor has relied on repetition, so break their rhythm with your own. Walk at different hours for a week, and let your routes bloom in quiet zigzags. Patterns are ladders. Remove the rungs and the climb ends. Reclaim your mailbox like a small citadel. Sort it with care, shred what exposes you, and forward anything sensitive to a secure address you control entirely. Paper reveals more than 1,000 words when placed in the wrong hands. Guard your digital gate with the same devotion. Change credentials, add second locks, and prune access the way you prune a tree that must fruit again. The fruit is your peace, and only you may harvest it. Hunger for your attention is not the same as care for your well-being. Measure requests by whether they honor your time, not by how loudly they arrive. A whisper that respects you is safer than a shout that doesn't. Archangel Michael says you do not owe anyone the story of your boundaries. You owe your future the practice of them. Let practice be your explanation and consistency your proof. If you host, host with structure. Set start and end times, keep conversations light, and escort departures without delay. Courteous endings are the signature of a disciplined heart. Refuse the blame people place on you for protecting your space. Boundaries do not injure, intrusion does. Let that clarity become your private weather report, sunny inside, guarded at the gates. When you sense surveillance, eyes that overstay their welcome, ears that linger, answer it with stillness, not spectacle. Spectacle feeds the watcher. Stillness starves them. Tell the truth sparingly and the right ears will lean closer, the wrong ears will drift away. That is good news disguised as distance. Distance, once accepted, turns into breathing room. Make lists of the 5 most important things that must remain untouchable: finances, health, schedule, family details, and plans. Then write the rule beside each, shared only with necessity. The mind respects what the hand has declared. Archangel Michael says there is honor in private strength. Declare your home a place where noise dissolves and where decisions are made with soft certainty. Soft certainty is the strongest substance you can pour into a room. Your neighbor may attempt a last wave of closeness, a nostalgic pull toward how things used to be. Treat nostalgia like perfume, notice it, do not drink it. What once worked for you might be the very thing that traps you now. Let kindness become specific and small. A hello, a nod, a brief smile, generosity without access. That is the elegant boundary of a wise soul. When rumors brush your name, do nothing theatrical. The wind that carries dust will also carry it away. The only task is to stay clean in your choices and steady in your pace. Create anchor hours when your door and devices are simply unavailable. Not because something is wrong, but because your inner life deserves uninterrupted tide. Tide returns stronger when it is allowed to leave for a time. Archangel Michael says courage is easier to carry when it has a routine. Put your keys in the same place every night, your wallet in the same bowl, your peace in the same breath. This is how a life becomes unstealable. Should your neighbor escalate to pressure, let systems serve you. Cameras, logs, calls, and records, cold tools that keep your warmth safe. Warmth should be reserved for those who treat it like a gift, not a faucet. Speak less about your dreams and more to your dreams. Conversations with the future are best held in work and in silence. Silence fertilizes what talk would trample. If a memory tries to negotiate you back into old patterns, reply with a single sentence: that season is over. Say it once, then walk into the hallway of your next choice. A single sentence can lock 1,000 doors behind you. Your kitchen deserves music that calms rather than news that agitates. Your bedroom deserves a book that uplifts rather than a feed that inflames. Your living room deserves the presence of people who love you rather than the echo of people who use you. Archangel Michael says it is noble to be ordinary in the eyes of those who do not honor you. Let them underestimate you. Invisibility is armor where spectacle is a target. You are building a quiet citadel, brick by brick. Train your breath to return you to center when a knock feels sharp. Inhale to the count of 4, hold for 4, exhale for 6. Longer out than in, this is how fear loses its lease. If an apology is needed, offer it without self-minimizing. If a correction is needed, deliver it without cruelty. If an exit is needed, take it without explanation. Your neighbor may eventually look for a new stage. That is fine. The world is large and you are not responsible for another person's audience. You are responsible for the theater of your life and the ticket you give to peace. Archangel Michael says the best revenge against intrusion is prosperity without performance. Work quietly, grow steadily, celebrate privately. Let success be the thinnest rumor and the thickest reality. Keep one friend who is a lighthouse, steady, bright, and unseduced by drama. Report your victories to that friend and your plans to your calendar. Leave the rest to silence and sunlight. There is strength in routine beauty. Keep fresh water by the door, a plant on the sill, a clean table by the window. Beauty closes doors to chaos in ways words cannot. When invited into disputes that are not yours, step aside like a river around a stone. The river does not argue, it moves. Movement is your philosophy now. Archangel Michael says tenderness belongs to those who guard it. You are free to be tender with people who treat your care as sacred. And you are free to be firm with those who do not. Document what matters. Dates, times, statements, outcomes, ink that protects you later. Paper is loyal in rooms where memory becomes a stage for invention. Consider a small sanctuary ritual at dusk. Dim the lights, clear the table, speak gratitude aloud for 3 steady things. Steady things are anchors, say their names and let your spirit dock. Your neighbor can become an afterthought when you become the main character of your calendar. The plot of your day is written by what you choose at the top of the hour. Choose well, and secondary characters fade into the credits. Archangel Michael says your peace is now a project, not a wish. Projects have plans. Plans have steps. Steps get done. If ever you stumble into old openness, forgive yourself immediately and correct the path. Self-berating is a thief, correction is a teacher. Teachers belong in every safe home. Simplicity is security. Fewer commitments, clearer values, smaller circles, deeper roots. Roots outlast weather and do not ask storms for permission. Let your generosity flow like a river that respects its banks. Banks make rivers useful. Boundaries make generosity sustainable. Archangel Michael says, do not measure your growth by your neighbor's reaction, measure it by your own ease. Ease is the compass that never lies. When your shoulders lower and your breath lengthens, you are facing true north. If assistance is required, legal, logistical, communal, choose it the way you choose food, fresh, clean, and aligned with your health. Help should taste like strength, not dependence. The right help multiplies your clarity. Your mornings hold the power to pre-choose the day. Pre-choose silence at noon, a walk at 4, and no explanations after 8. Pre-choosing makes choice effortless when pressure knocks. Archangel Michael says armor does not need to be heavy. It can be a calendar alert, a lock, a practiced phrase, a friend on speed dial. Light armor worn daily outlasts iron carried rarely. Return to hobbies that pull your attention inward, reading, sketching, tending a plant, cooking something slow. These are the opposite of surveillance. They are communion with the life you are keeping. Forgive the version of you that thought proximity meant safety. Proximity without trust is just distance measured in meters instead of miles. You know better now, and knowing better is the beginning of living better. When you speak to yourself about this season, choose words that build. I am learning. I am steady. I am not a stage. Words lay tracks and trains follow. Let your life follow strength.